Right, what up, guys? It's time for the second episode of the Japan Gamer. So, very soon, I plan to go with this camera and go for a tour around my local game center. Show you what like a local, well, not a local, but like what a typical game center feels like. You know, in kind of like a city game center. You know, because they kind of vary depending on where you go. Some of them are kind of small. Some of them are in like batting cages and stuff like that. But the one I'm going to be filming an episode for soon is a typical like big city game center. Yeah. So I thought one thing I should cover before I go and film game center stuff would be to show you these things. These are like, I call them stat cards. I don't know if that's the official name for them, but that's what I call them. So let's start with this one. This is a Nessica card. I will try and put pictures in a blog post about like what games they're compatible with. As far as I know, this is only compatible with one game, which is called Gunslinger Stratos, I think. It's like a kind of arena shooter, and you have kind of light guns. It's really cool. I'll do a showcase of that in a future episode. But basically, you put the card on the cabinet, and it tells you how many wins you've got, how many losses you've got, what kind of weapon packs you've upgraded, like your character. Like, because you pick a character when you first start, and, you know, like it tracks stuff that you do. I think you can customize them in like different clothes and stuff like that, and this card will keep track of that. I've not figured out how to do that yet, because I've only just started playing Gunslinger. So, yeah, but that's kind of cool. So that's kind of the one that does the least for me. Right, so then second of all, we have this one. This is the I'm card. It's made by Sega, as you can see. And mine, usually they're black with like a purple circle on it, but I got like a special Project Diva arcade one. You know, has like a picture of Miku on the front. I don't really play Project Diva Arcade. I played it a bit, but it's 100 yen for 2 songs, and every other rhythm game that you can play in a game center is like 100 yen for 3 songs. So it's kind of pointless, except you can use this card to play other games. So like I play Code of Joker, which is kind of like, imagine if you smashed Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! All into like one card game. That's kind of Code of Joker. It's kind of strange. That's another game I'll show you at a later date. Also Mahjong. I'm a big Mahjong player, so like you can track your stats with that. So it's the same deal. You just scan it in and it comes up. And the other one is Sengoku Taisen, which is a game I'll cover in great detail later. Tracks your army progress and stuff like that, and how many wins, losses you've got online, and all that crap. So yeah, that's the I'm card. And then finally is the most interesting one, I think, which is the Konami E-Amusement Pass. This card is used for, well, as you think, Konami games. Mainly rhythm games, things like Voltex, DDR, Beatmania, you know, U-Beat is another one. Is there anything else? I don't know, off the top of my head I can't think. So, like, you know, you scan them in, it tells you what songs you played, what your ranks are, etc, etc. And as you play, you unlock more music. So on U-Beat, for example, you know, at the end of everything, it comes up with like a progress meter, and then when you fill up the progress meter, you unlock a new song, or a new note skin, or something like that. It's the same with Beatmania, which I don't play much, because I'm fucking crap at it. DDR, you know, you unlock music. Voltex, you unlock kind of music and like little, what they call appeal cards, which is something I can show you later. That's the back, it's on Japanese, so yeah. The other game I use this for is something called Steel Chronicle Vic Troopers, which is a arcade mech version of Monster Hunter. That's about the best way I can sum up, you know, Vic Troopers. All of these games I'm talking about will be covered in later ones. So you scan it and it comes up with, you know, your equipment and blah blah blah, your levels, etc. Is there anything else I use the Amusement Pass for? No, but the most interesting thing about the Amusement Pass, it's compatible with this thing called Pacelli, which you can look in the blog post. There'll be pictures in there. And what Pacelli is it's like kind of like, you can kind of use this as a credit card, if that makes sense. So what you do is you take it to a game center and you scan it on a thing, and then you put in 1,000 yen into a machine, so that when you go and play, you don't actually need to put money in the machine. You just kind of scan the card and say that you want to use your Pacelli credit, and it will like, you know, load 100 yen for you. And then I think there's other perks to using Pacelli, like, you know, you can do extra modes or something, or you can track. I think in Beatmania, if you have like a Pacelli account, you can track like other, like your friends and how good. So when you play a song, it comes up with their scores and everything like that. So yeah, so that is the stat cards of the game set. There are many more that I don't own. For example, there's a Street Fighter one and a Tekken one, and like, you know, basically one for every fighting game. And the reason I don't play fighting games too much, I'm not good at them, or at least not, you know, good at them enough to want to have a stat card. So, you know, I'll show you the machine when I do the little tour. What other cards are there? I'm not even sure. Like, you know, there's like a football game I keep seeing, and I'm pretty sure that has its own card. And, you know, like, there's so many. There's one called like the Banana Pass or something. That's for Taiko no Tatsujin. So, but I think you can use like I'm for that or something. I don't know. Like they kind of some of them like double up together and it gets all confusing. Whenever I cover a game, I'll tell you what stat card it uses. But this is like the basic concept of the card, the Game Center card. I think Initial D as well has its own card where it keeps track of your car and what you're doing. And that, you know, the famous big Gundam pod also has its own card. That's called a pilot's license, and it's ridiculously expensive, like needlessly so. So yeah, that's the stat card. The only thing to look forward to now is me giving you a tour around the Game Center. So that'll be as soon as I can. So until then, bye!